physicist by training, I started my research career as an astronomer and worked overseas for a while, came back to Australia and fell sideways into a position here at the Antarctic Division doing physics of glaciers. So I've become a glaciologist in my career. So the climate process and change theme covers 4 areas. First of those is the ice sheet itself. The second area is the ice that floats on the ocean and oceanography, all wrapped up into a super sub-theme. The third area we look at is the atmosphere above Antarctica. And the fourth strand to our research is looking at past climate, mainly from looking at ice cores that go back in time. Looking back in the past is really the only way you can get enough information to test your understanding of the way the climate system works. And we've used the really detailed ice cores that we get from Law Dome, which is near Casey Station, and they've allowed us to look in great detail at climate change and understand it in a way that you can't do from most ice cores, just because of this high detail. For example, we've looked at changes in snowfall in the area over the last several centuries, and we've found quite a clear link between rainfall in Western Australia, or the drought that's been there, and snowfall in East Antarctica. We've been able to use the very long records from the ice cores to say that what we're seeing now is actually unusual and very likely connected to climate change itself. One of the projects I've been involved in actually was looking with a plane that had radar under the wings, shining the radar through the ice sheet to actually get a map of the bedrock underneath. And that was fascinating because we were flying along looking at the computer traces coming back from the radar and seeing for the first time the way the bedrock had deep valleys and high mountains underneath, and for the first time being able to map out large areas of Antarctica. Well, there are still really important questions to answer about where Antarctica and the climate system is headed. We need to understand better, for example, how the ice sheets are going to respond in a warming climate, because any loss of the ice in Antarctica translates to sea level rise. One of the highlights, I guess, of this career is actually being able to go into the field and do some research. Drilling for an ice core where you might be hundreds of kilometres away from the nearest other party of human beings in extreme environments, experiencing the almost sensory overload of the wind, the cold, and the stunning visual environment they're in. It's really invigorating.